Hey, it's Posey, and because of the Trial of Ascension reset, I felt that it would only make sense to make a video called the Trial of Ascension Starter Pack. What is a Trial of Ascension Starter Pack? Those are my top 5 monsters that everyone has access to that can take you from level 1 to 100 and get that on farm. If you've been playing for a couple years, or if you've been playing for any amount of time and have yet to get down 100, these 5 monsters are going to be the ones to look at to get you there. First up, it's Baretta. It's your leader. This monster is a Trial of Ascension god. With its second skill doing an AoE, two rounds of dots. This is everything that's great for Trial of Ascension. Its second skill is an attack bar killer. It goes down to 0. And then, how a lot of people build this are going to be Despair. So when you're Despair AoEing, you're also getting a chance to stun. How you build this is going to be speed, HP. I don't have the best runes in the world for Baretta, but I also think that it's a pretty solid build compared to a lot of Berettas that I've seen. You know, it doesn't have to be this fast to do work either, but accuracy is something to focus on. So I would say speed, HP, accuracy. Those are the big 3 for this beautiful monster. Up next, you guessed it, it's Veramos. He is fusible, just like Baretta is, except he is the fusible 5-star. He used to be part of the meta that everyone felt like they needed to have. I think that we're starting to get out of a Vero meta now, but he's still amazingly useful and great addition to the synergy of my Trial of Ascension starter pack. His passive is really what makes him great. I mean, you know, you're cleansing everyone of 1 debuff on your team, everybody. That keeps you alive. The second skill is an AoE stun, and then the first skill actually will put a dot on the enemy. So with the dots from Vero and the dots for Baretta, these are a lot of dots going out. The one thing you'll find with these teams is that they're not designed to do a ton of damage. That's not the point of Trial of Ascension. The point of Trial of Ascension is to stay alive, not let the enemy even make a turn, and then just throw dots up and watch them all crumble. How I got my Vero built, right now he's Focus Violent. I want to eventually get him Nemesis Violent. But for some of you that might be early game, I would say Swift is just fine. Swift Focus. You want high accuracy on him too, so he's landing his dots. These are the stats I got for him right now. So a little bit, just a touch slower. Actually, yeah, just a touch slower than Baretta. So yeah, moving on. Vero is my number 2. Number 3 on the list is Bella. There's a lot of speculation. Is it a boy? Is it a girl? I don't care what it is. I'm just happy I have one. He or she, you saw me almost call it a she. She's available on every Sunday. You can farm this out of a secret dungeon. And if you don't have one already, you need one for Trial of Ascension. Why? Not just for TOA. This monster can be used everywhere. What we're doing here is it's your healer. It's increasing the attack bar, but it's also going to be healing everyone. The second skill is a strip, which is a nice little tidbit to have on your TOA team. You'll hit some levels that they may put up immunity, and then what do you do with all these dots? You need something to strip. And then lastly, your first skill is going to have that defense break. So this synergizes extremely well. You want this built for just about everything. Giants, you know, TOA, dragons, just across the board there. And that's Bella. He or she is my number 3. All right, and number 4, we have Spectra. Spectra is in a secret dungeon. It's not extremely rare. It's pretty easy to obtain. A little bit less popular than its twin brother, but Spectra is great. And what does Spectra bring to the table? It slows everybody down. This third skill is pretty amazing. It kills the attack bar, but it also is going to reduce the attack speed as a debuff. So this is great to really be able to stack a lot of dots on your team. This second skill is really nice when you have a D down already on the enemy. With a defense break, and then you come in with Spectra's second skill, and that's your nuke. That's all you need. Your first skill is just going to be another single target nuke. This is a great monster. You want it to be fast. I got it going first on my team. I know not everyone does it that way, but it just works really well this way for me. So, you know, nothing really crazy. Matter of fact, I would want this crit rate to be a lot higher, to be honest. But we're getting there. I don't have the best runes in the world, and that's my point, is that when you have this team that we're talking about, you don't need the best runes in the world to be able to do this because it synergizes. I got it built focus, Swift focus. That's speed, crit damage, HP. I would like it to be tankier, and that's where a lot of people have problems with Spectra, is that they don't make it tanky enough, and then they, you know, it gets hit once, it gets one or two shotted. So keep that in mind. You do want to focus on HP. With Spectra, I would say that the important stats are going to be speed, HP, and then crit rate, crit damage. And last but not least, I have the one monster that isn't farmable. And what that means is that you can't just go in and keep grinding a certain area of the game to get this monster. This is one that you have to get by a mystical scroll. So if you don't have it yet, that's alright. There are replacements that you can throw in here. But once you get Mav, go ahead and build him. He is worth it. I know I called Baretta a TOA god, but so is Mav. He is just meant for this part of the game. Okay, and Mav's skills, we have his third skill, which is going to do a 1 round of AoE cleanse on your team, so it'll take 1 harmful effect off of your team, each one of them. It also will increase your attack speed, and then the other fun part about this is that it reduces the cooldown of all of your teammates' attacks, so it gets them ready to do their skills 2 and skills 3 quicker. And this is why he's the man. Mixed with the fact that he puts in a provoke, the cool thing about his provoke is that he also heals himself when he does this. And that actually goes up to quite a bit there. So, you know, he can get hit, he can be tanky, and he's just taking a beating. He's the guy who's going to get hit on your team the most. His first skill has a chance to stun as well, so a pretty interesting little guy this guy is. How I got him built currently, Violent really is the way to go on him. I got him Violent Nemesis, speed HP, I'm sure. Yeah. Now, again, early game, you can go Swift on this and just be fine. I'd want it to be tanky though, so Swift, Energy. You're going to want something with a lot of HP, because that's the deal with him, is that since he'll be getting hit the most, you want him to be able to survive it. Now, you notice here that he's not the fastest monster I have. He's actually my slowest monster, and there's a reason for that. So all 4 of my monsters will do their skill 3s, and then Mav goes, and what Mav's able to do is immediately, you know, reduce the cooldown of the rest of my team. So that's my top 5 TOA monsters in a nutshell. I do have 3 alternates that I want to talk about, and after you build these 5 units, it's good to have a couple alternatives. Someone that can come in and substitute and make a level that's giving you difficulty a little bit easier. I'll show you the 3 that I have, and we'll end it with that. Okay, all right, my first alternate that I'll use on my team is going to be Sonnet. She's a great substitute for levels that are just giving me a problem. What's great with her is that she not only puts a couple extra blankets of CC, if you will, but with her sleeps on her second skill, she also puts down a dot. So between Baretta's dots, Vera's dots, and Sonnet's dots, you're just getting a ton of them out there. It's a great combination there. I got mine currently built Violent Energy, and that's speed, HP. Again, not the fastest in the world. TOA monsters really don't need to be extremely fast like that. You want them, I mean, honestly, you want them faster than this. But I use her in TOA hard all the time. Second alternative, my second substitute, if you will, is Iris, the Light Magic Knight. Boy, I can't say enough about this character. I'm very happy. I feel blessed to even have it. She's great, and this is how I have her built. What's great with her, a lot of people you don't hear about them using her in TOA. She's great in TOA. Her passive is going to not only cleanse 1 beneficial effect, but it's also going to, it's a support heal, so it'll heal 15%. Now, as you skill it up, which I have all the way, that goes into 25, 35, 45, it's not bad. So second skill is going to be a 3-turn silence. The other cool thing about this is that every one of its hits that it uses, every one of its hits that it does, it has a chance to strip. And this is really what makes her just absolutely amazing, is that her first skill is an AoE, so she can strip everything off of everybody. She's got a leader skill that's, I don't really mess with it too much. And this is how I have her built. This is the go-to build. Of course, those runes could be better. But we have speed, HP, HP. And, you know, really just want her tanky, want her fast. And yeah, I'd like to get her accuracy a little higher too. But yeah, no, she's a great choice for TOA. And last but not least, yes, you are seeing this right. I'm showing you a 5-star monster. I used this Wind Death Knight during only like 1 or 2 stages of Trial of Ascension Hard, and it's because of his 3rd skill. I need a revive, so that's the only time I use that. But it's good like this to have 1 or 2 or even 3 options to sub out of your team if you're not having success on a certain level. So that does it for me. Thanks for coming by and checking out my TOA starter pack. If y'all have any other monsters that I didn't mention that y'all love to use, please comment below. And if you liked the video and want to see more, like and subscribe. Okay, bye.